In the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Here's the former Auburn kicker Daniel Carlson to get this one started, and we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Cowboys nothing. Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And he's got some space here. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. He'll drop to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Chandler was the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. Now a handoff to Chandler. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Go. They'll drop to throw. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Milton Williams able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
Ready, ready. Ready, ready.
Off of play action, here's Lance. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10.
Watch out now, 50 period. Ready?
Play action, now it's Lance. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Second down and 10.
Working from the gun, Lance. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 33. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
Switch, yellow. Cut.
Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. 33 yards. And the Saints have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 14-0.
14. Cowboys nothing. Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They've been outplayed early, no question, down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. You might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Now a 2nd and 6. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. 3rd down here. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Taken in at the 22. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Boy, fingers crossed here. 1st quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The Saints 1st down there on a gain of 11. And how about finding this guy without a home? Signed as a free agent this past week.
Doesn't make much sense to me. I'm not sure how you felt about it, but I thought he would have had a home a long time before this. And now, just find a way to put it in his hands and let him run.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Throwing his Lance on third down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
That's on target, but it's no good. He had it online, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
I don't care who you are. 60 yards is a very ambitious attempt. Hard to make even in practice in the best of conditions. And now, worst of all, you give the other guys the ball to start their drive at midfield.
And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On play action, they'll throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Saints will take over possession here up at the 44.
And, partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
Lance now on first down. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go now.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Set, go.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance. Finds Pickens out right. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Ready?
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And some room to roam now. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 57 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
Ready, ready.
Now Lance on the bootleg. Wide open receiver complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That's good for 28 yards.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage 1 play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
Striker, 3-3.
Lance to throw on 2nd down here. His pass caught at the 4. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. Now out is Carlson now for the Raider field goal. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll set up to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. He may go. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick 6 to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders is not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick 6. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of...
And now a fumble. The ball's out. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
2nd and 1. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get nothing out of that one. So he gets too far beyond the line, and that's an easy call for the official.
Here we go, here we go. Go.
Back to throw here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. Counting down toward halftime on EA Sports.
Trouble 38.
Lance now on 1st down. He's got this to Pickens. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19.
Black shot. Hut, hut.
Here's Lance to throw it. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 9-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
At the 13-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. Here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sack.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Saints. And a 1st and goal coming up here inside the 10-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback in the pass.
Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Carlson now to add the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half.
Makes the score Saints 31, Cowboys nothing. Daniel Carlson.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. He's got a man, complete. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Cowboys nothing. Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
22-yard line.
Now back to throw. Going up top for Miller. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
Here we go.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the gun, it's Lance. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Let's go.
It's a gain of 20. First down, New Orleans.
Let's go.
Now a play fake. Lance. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. To throw, it's Lance. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 25-yard line.
Fight 60.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys 16. 70 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, the only silver lining on the other sideline, CD, is that they kept him out of the end zone, but still, that's another 3 points added on to this large lead.
Yeah, no shortage of scoring or big plays on defense in this one. And even up by 4 possessions, still finding ways to create opportunities and capitalize with points.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Dallas. It's taken to the 26. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Here we go.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
A gain of 1 yard. And the Saints first down.
Now a handoff looking right. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
First down, New Orleans.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. On play action, Lance. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 101 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener. 2nd down and 4.
Ready.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Here's Lance. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Play action, now it's Lance. Escaping the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble, it's 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Ready.
He'll try again. But he will go backwards as he's stopped for a loss. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. Now to try the field goal, here's Daniel Carlson from the left hash. Should be a fairly easy one here. Carlson able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home. No. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Working from the gun, Lance. And this is going to be intercepted. Fighting his way through contact. And the Cowboys will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's taken down here by the Saints. The Cowboys on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be third and forever. Here's Chandler. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down.
A gain of 13 on the play. It's 4th down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
Let's go now.
Here's a 2nd and 5. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep.
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Well, CD, simply put, if anyone around the league wasn't paying attention to them to start the season, they will be heading into Week 2. This has been an impressive Week 1 performance.
They've certainly announced that they are ready to go, haven't they? They wanted to send a message out to the rest of the league. You better put your eyes on us. We may be someone you have to reckon with.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the 4th quarter and a big deficit. And I think the ball's out. And the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play. 2nd time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
They're going to look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Now he's loose at the 40. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, guys, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Now 2nd and 5.
Shot, 17.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Rolling to his left. Now Lance throws the interception, his 3rd. And the Cowboys are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. But we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. They'll try and run for it. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Here we go.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here we go. Here we go. Hut, hut.
And they take a knee.
Ready, ready.
So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for New Orleans, you can't ask for a better start as they pitch a shutout here in the opener. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat.